Hey, what's up everybody? Here's our supplies for this week's DIY. So we're just going to use the paint that we used in last week's DIY pour art and use it to paint these wooden plaques that I found at Target. We're basically going to just take these plain wooden plaques and spruce them up a little bit, add some color to them, and give your garden a little bit of pizzazz because spring is right around the corner. It's being more sunny outside, and most people will spend more time outside, so why not have something nice to look at? You guys know I'm all about versatility for you, so of course, pick your paint colors accordingly, whatever colors suit your needs the best. I used pink and purple for this flower, and I did a yellow ring around the middle and a white center, and later on in the video, you'll see that I did go back in and add glitter to the middle because I think I've used glitter in just about every project since I've started my channel, so why make this one any different? I also had these gems that ended up fitting perfectly on the end of each of those wooden cutouts, so I just used my E6000 glue to apply it to each individual circle. This is a foam brush where the foam had come off, so I just used that to apply the glue to each circle. Then I would go ahead and take the individual gem, place it on top of the glue, and then I would use the handle of the foam brush to just kind of tap it down and make sure that it was secure. And you'll see in the next clip that I had some gems that fit over those circles, so I added them too. So now onto the bumblebee. I just went ahead and used two different shades of blue from the Apple Barrel brand. For this one, same process as the flower. Go ahead, apply your paint, use your foam brush, paint it on, make sure you get a smooth, even coat. And don't worry if you have mistakes, it's actually easily correctable. And just keep going until you get the whole thing painted. So see, this is where I'm just correcting one of my mistakes by using my finger and applying the paint, because I actually up until my last project I could not find my small paint brushes, and that's why I was mainly using the foam brush. But I was able to just go ahead and use my finger on this one and correct any issues. You can still see a little bit of the darker blue, but I think that is okay because we're going to cover it later anyways. And here we are to our last board. This is our ladybug. On this one I wanted to do fire tones, so I used yellow, orange, and red, and I think it came out really pretty at the end. I really like those three colors together. So see, this is where I ended up finding my smaller paint brushes, and it was so much more easier to use these, especially with the detailing, and to go in and clean up any mistakes or fill in any areas that I was missing with the huge foam brush. So I, looking back, would suggest using the smaller paint brushes because it's better for detail and it gives it a little bit more of a cleaner look. And acrylic paint is so forgiving, and that's one thing I really like about acrylic paint. If you make a mistake, it's very easy to either fix it using either just a little bit more paint to cover your error, or using water and like a cloth to erase your mistake. And so here's where I ended up going back using handy dandy old Mod Podge and some glitter to apply just a little bit of sparkle to the middle of the flower and then to the wings of the bee. Now, a suggestion is that if you think you are going to do the glitter, I would do this step first before applying the gems. That way you don't have to really worry about trying to not cover the gems in glitter like I did. And then with the bumblebee, I just applied the Mod Podge to the wing. And I kind of just smeared the Mod Podge around with my finger because I think I had run out of the foam brushes by this point. And then I just went ahead and sprinkled the glitter onto the wings. Now remember, the other way that you can do this is to mix the Mod Podge and the glitter together and then apply it that way. And so to go ahead and make them stick into the ground, we are using our wooden dowels, our E6000, and some hot glue. I did let these dry overnight so that the glitter would be well adhered. And then I just took the dowels. They come in different sizes, but I took the biggest, thickest ones, and then I just kind of measured out where I wanted them to be, and I applied the hot glue onto the back of the board, and then I just basically stuck the dowel down into the hot glue before it dried. And that way I felt that the hot glue would have really been a good adherence to it, but I wanted to make sure it would stay stuck. So I went back in with my E6000 glue, and then I just went ahead and kind of dropped dollops of the glue over the top so that it would end up just kind of sliding down the dowel and onto the back of the board, just for a little extra adherence, because like I said, these will be outside and I didn't want anything to happen to where they would just fall off of the dowels easily. Then you'll just go ahead and repeat that whole process again for the remaining two boards. Put down your hot glue, stick in your dowel, then drop dollops of the E6000 on top. Let it drip down over it just for that extra adherence and durability. Now I would definitely let this dry for 24 hours or overnight just so that everything stays in place. But here's the final reveal. They are so adorable and they really brighten up anybody's yard. Now on the day that I filmed this, it was so cloudy and overcast and rainy, and so the sun was definitely not out to showcase the optimal potential, but I really love how these came out, and I hope you guys make them and showcase them. Tag me on IG at haiku_creations. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, give a like for this video, and go ahead and share it on the different platforms. We want more people to join the DIY club. I really thank you guys for joining me for another week, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Have a great week, guys, and keep creating.